Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Planescape Torment. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here in the Mortuary as I finally get to understand what I was doing wrong. Okay, so I've looked more into, oh, I can't use this? Really? Oh, because it's only usable by thieves. Okay. I've looked more into this particular thing over here. Note from corpse number 1201. I don't know why I didn't understand this, but it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Please do whatever Dustman reads, to whatever Dustman reads this, I beg of you, I know of my legal obligation. I have arranged for this note to be left in my body. If you are receiving this, let my contract number serve as the key. And we know his contract number, and I just didn't think of that. I'm an idiot. Anyway, it's 1201, which means upper right, lower right, upper left, and upper right again. As you fold the upper right corner back to the center, the lower left corner mirrors the action until all the corners touch in the center. You watch for a moment, and the corners of the paper raise up, turning the note into a small four-sized paper pyramid. You peel back the sides of the pyramid and the paper disintegrates to dust. Inside is a small triangle-shaped earring. It catches the light and gleams brightly. Okay, I'm gonna take the triangle earring. Apparently I can identify it, but I can't. You received this small earring from from folding a note in the mouth of one of the walking corpses in the mortuary. It's a beautiful earring, but despite its beauty, all it seems to do is remind you how strange this world you've woken up in is. Quite. Okay, so I can use it over there. I suppose it's not gonna be a bad thing to use it. And I'm pretty certain they don't work, the magical, basically it doesn't. No, I think you don't need to identify to be able to use the items. I think it works even then. Okay, so, what are we doing in here in the mortuary? Apparently I missed something over here, although I'm not completely certain. One of the things that we do know from our journal is that there is a skeleton, not a corpse, a skeleton with the number 42. So maybe I need to talk to Doll again or something like that. Let's have a chat with Doll. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's that thing. Huh, yeah, sure. Hey, did you know there's someone disguised as a zombie in the eastern chambers? Dal stares at you. Are you certain? Yep, it's a good disguise.
Updated my journal.
And Dal breaks into another fit of coughing because he does that. After a minute or two, he catches his breath enough to speak. I shall inform the guards at once. Well, thank you. So... You sound ill. Are you not well? I am close now to the true death, restless one. I will not be long it will not be long before I pass beyond the eternal boundary and find peace I have been seeking. Okay, so we asked this before. I'll see you later. Farewell. Know this. I do not envy you, restless one. Yeah, I know. Okay, it's all good. So the zombie that I was talking about there, probably isn't there anymore. So I'm looking for a skeleton, I would say. We could have portals over here, for all I know. But it's unlikely. And we have Iveen over there. She doesn't have anything for me. Yeah, the zombie that was in disguise was over here, of course. The guy that disguised us, was he over here? Hey, is it you? You see the false zombie. He doesn't seem to like me any better than he did before, but then again, yeah, it's all good. I was trying to just skim through the dialogue there. Anyway, can you tell me... Can you tell me anything about Daonara? Huh? Who's she? Apparently it's a female name, a quite obviously female name. Never mind. Okay, Daonara, I have no idea who she is. Well, supposedly I'm her lover or something to that extent, but, yeah, well... So let's go up here, see if I missed something up here.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that I did. There's the crematorium. Maybe there's quests that I should look into. Skeleton worker over here. That Dustman doesn't mind me. So, why the smock? I can try and pry the joints, and basically destroy the corpse. Get the wooden club. Don't really need the wooden club, I don't think. But I kind of don't want to mess with the Dustmen for right now, because I don't want to really kill them. Is that guy complaining to me? Okay, let's keep doing this. Is he coming to me? I think he might be coming to me. Okay, well, screw him. I'm not gonna mess with him. Up here we have nothing. There could be portals all over the place. Another skeleton worker over here. Does he have a number? 863. Yeah, so it's like the other things.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it.
Oh, you're getting... What are you getting? Iron spikes. Oh, so that's the thing I get. But I don't need this. Thank you. But, no. Got a zombie worker over here. Got a dustman that doesn't like me. Well, screw you, dustman. I'm not messing with you. I want to have to kill you. I don't want to have to kill you. Okay. So, yeah, there's a few skeleton workers around that, yeah, that I didn't get to because didn't get to mess with. We found it. We found it! The thing I was missing! Oh, the skeleton turns to face you. 42 has been chiseled into its forehead, and a number of its bones, mostly the jaws and joints, have been bound with leather straps. A black smock is draped over its body. Not all of them have a black smock, although I'm pretty sure not all of them, but I can still ask that, which is weird. Let's examine the skeleton carefully. You're amazed this rack of bones is still in one piece. Its yellowed bones are smeared with plaster and several layers of foul-smelling glues. What little you can see of the bones reveal hundreds of hairline fractures. Although someone has taken care to bind the skeleton with the leather straps and bolts its joint together, the straps are frayed and the bolts look like they are about to fall apart. Or to fall out. Yeah, I think this is the corpse I had that memory about. At the sound of your voice... Oh, apparently I said that. Okay. The skeleton suddenly straightens up. It crosses its arms over its chest, and its fingers hook into its ribcage. Okay, let's cross my arms over my chest. In response, the skeleton drops its arms to its sides. The leather cords securing the skeleton's torso snap, and the ribcage folds outward like a pair of double doors. Okay, I'm gonna reach into the ribcage and feel around. To your surprise, your hand vanishes as you reach inside the ribcage. You have a strange feeling it's somewhere else. Oh, it's a portal? Well, it could be a portal. Could it be a portal? As you reach inside the ribcage, your hand bumps against an invisible object. It's about the size of a fist and seems to be attached to the skeleton's spine. But probably isn't, because that... Let's take the item out. Oh, it probably is. As you pull the item out, the skeleton suddenly disintegrates, and the iron bolts securing its joints clatter to the floor. Whatever this item was, it seems to have been the only thing holding it together. It looks like an unremarkable lump of iron. You can't imagine why someone would hide it inside the ribcage of a skeleton. Okay, let's examine it. As you place both your hands on the lump of iron to examine it, there is a sss, and the metal evaporates, leaving behind a strange dagger, a handful of coins wrapped in a dirty cloth, and 2 bloody teardrops. These look like they were inside the lump of iron.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it.
Thank you very much. Okay, that's the iron spike that I really don't need. We got this thing over here that I can put over here. That's right. The green steel knife. It's a 0 weight item. This razor-sharp knife has been forged out of the famed Batorian green steel. Oh, is it these guys? No, it's not these guys that look like a centaur. I'm mistaking the name. Found only in the wastelands of Avernus, this peculiar green ore can be tempered into metal much lighter than normal steel. Actually, that's lightless. Weightless. In addition, green steel weapons tend to retain their remarkably fine edges and are capable of dealing out more damage than their standard counterparts. Well, I would just like to point out that, for example, if you have a knife made of glass, it will always be, well, not always, but glass can be much sharper than any steel, anything, any metal can ever be. Glass is molecularly, it's actually I think it's like on a quantum level. It is, actually, I don't know if that's appropriate, but basically on a molecular level, glass is very, 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 very sharp. There's nothing that's sharper than glass, that we know of course. And doesn't mean that a glass knife is gonna be better. Especially because you don't really want a knife to be sharp, surprisingly enough. Because what a knife is good for, although this is called edged, so whatever. What a knife is good for is not actually for cutting. That's, well, you can use a knife like that, but usually that's just a bullying weapon. Because knives are a terror weapon, effectively. People are scared of knives. But I mean, and as dangerous as they are, they're not necessarily that dangerous. A sword is much more dangerous, for example. The problem with a knife is that it cuts and it hurts. And no, please don't. I would rather stay in one piece, please. Thank you. And I think we're done in here, by the way. Wait a minute. But that's... What else did I... Oh, I got the leather strap. Okay. I'm thinking maybe what I mentioned before about this being portals.
All right.
Maybe I'm correct in that. Let's try that. Yeah, but a knife is more of a scary weapon than an actual good weapon. But the thing about a proper war knife, it's not meant... I don't think I'm gonna be able to open anything over here. That'd be interesting, but... Let's also check upstairs again. I don't think... basically, the knife is not meant to cut. A knife is meant to pierce. And that's a fundamental aspect of knife design. You'll see stuff like kukris and I just remember the kukris because it's got an interesting name. And it's like actually a famous sort of weapon. Don't remember where it's from though. But you know, just it's sort of those sort of very pointy knives that are basically effectively just a spike. They are meant to pierce. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't this where I got... Oh no, it's in level 1, isn't it? The portal. It might be. Let's go through here. So, yeah, you don't want a knife to cut. Unless, you know, you're a butcher or something like that. In which case you do want a knife to cut and not to pierce. But for a weapon, that's definitely not... It's kind of secondary, basically. I didn't explore everything down here either. Because I was being hunted or something? Let's have a chat with Diana over here. Hello!
My love, you have returned to me.
I have.
Could it be that your memories have returned?
No, unfortunately. I had some questions for you, though. So... Yeah, nothing now. I shall return.
I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
And she's off. She reminds me of... did I say this before? I said this before. She reminds me of a character in... well, it's kind of a little bit of a spoiler, but I don't tell you which character it is, so it's not a spoiler. Of a ghost character in Legacy of Kain. Actually, and not just Legacy of Kain, but Soul Eater as well. And she just reminds me of that, but of course, she's a little bit more confused. Less helpful. But I don't hold it against her. It's all fine. Let's go south. We're looking for Farod, after all. Let's see. Find Farod, that's our objective. Find a missing journal. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Craddock in... Yeah, I don't think I have anything... If I find Craddock... Oh, wait a minute. I did find Craddock, didn't I? I've agreed to deliver a message for a man named Bane the Sender. Didn't I find Craddock? Ah, well. Let's go. Let's go south to a new area and see what can update my journal. Basically. So we have a few Hive dwellers, we have harlots, we have a Hive tout over there. Please, someone... Oh, hi. A damsel in distress. Hello, Miss Distress. It's good to meet you. You see a pretty young woman. Is she pretty young? Sure. Her hair is in disarray and the bodice of her dress is torn. She looks about in desperation and then notices you. Greetings. She runs up to you and grabs your arm. You notice the front of her dress is stained with blood. Help me, Cutter, please! They're killing my sister! She begins to tug on your arm. I'll help you. Take me to her. A look of relief washes over her face. She tugs at your arm. This way, Cutter! Yeah. Whatever. Let's follow her. It's not gonna go well, by the way. This is not gonna go well. But I am all for helping people. Because I don't really care if I need to defend myself. Oh, look at that. Oh, Morty stood back. Okay, well, she's going first. Because I've killed the Necromancer. She has killed nobody, and these are just Hive thugs. And they're attacking me, which is great because I heal over time. Yeah, that's what happens to them when they reach 0 health. And Morty is handling himself. Yeah.
Damn.
No, that's good. That was good. There we go. Okay. So gain the experience, gain the dirty rats, whatever those things are. Very good. There's more things in there, I think. Yeah. And a clot. Oh, I have another one over there. Oh, because I used mine up all. Yeah. No, wait a minute. They stack. Yeah, they do. Huh. Okay. Put it over there. And, well, that damsel in distress is now dead. Come and chat with me, says that harlot. Are you really... Can I? No, okay. Yeah, it's basically the same. Oh, an angry hive dweller. I think this is basically like the other ones as well. Greetings, leaving... No, I'm just gonna say farewell. I pressed 2, actually. Mourns for trees. Do you? Why? This ash-covered tree looks like it has suffered greatly since being transplanted? Yeah, transplanted here. And, he's sighing. He's mourning. You see a tired-looking, sorrowful old man who is gazing at the ash-dead tree in front of him. He is mumbling to himself and tapping his chin as if trying to figure out something. Occasionally, he shakes his head sadly. Greetings. He seems momentarily startled as you interrupt his train of thought. He speaks in a calm, unhurried tone, but one full of sadness. Oh, greetings to you too, friend. How's this day find you? It finds me miserable, to be honest. He seems to become even more downhearted. That's too bad, friend. Sorry to hear that. Hope your fortune improves. He seems about to turn back to the tree. And how's this day find you? He shrugs slightly and proffers a bit of a smile. Fortune finds me well, though I am saddened, just the same. Why is that? He pats the tree beside him. It's the trees here in the hive. They're dying, friend, and no one cares. Seeing the look on your face, he holds his hands up as if to silence you for a moment. It may not matter to some, but it's important to me. I feel it's a shame to see the last tatters of life and beauty in this world left, uncared for, to die. Can you understand that, friend? Well... No. I mean, all things die in time. Why concern yourself with the when and how of it? He sighs. I expected that. No different from the others. Just leave me to my thoughts, will you? And he turns away from you. Can I? Can I leave? Can I not leave you? He looks at you for a moment before averting his eyes. Oh, it's you again. Friend. Well, I wanted to apologize for my rudeness earlier. He simply looks back at you for a moment quietly. I'll accept your apology, friend. Did you have questions for me? Yes. He nods, awaiting your question. Who are you? I'm called Mourns for Trees by the people here, friend. Why's that? He pats... Okay, so he goes back to this question in particular. Okay, let's say yes, because I want quests, please. Yes, you're right. It's a sad thing. He seems surprised, which would be it's expected because I turned around on my answer. But sure. And he blurts out, really? Oh, I mean, wonderful. Perhaps you would... And he pauses and seems suddenly suspicious. He recomposes himself, speaking in his usual slow manner. In any case, that's good. I suppose you have some questions for me now. No, not just yet. What is it you were going to ask? For the first time, the man seems genuinely happy. Beaming, he explains. It's difficult for anything to survive here. Just look around and you'll see what I mean, friend. I'm not sure if it's possible for the trees to thrive here, even if they somehow were to get enough light and clean water. Go on. He nods enthusiastically. But if enough people care, really want them to leave, I just know they'll survive. They'll turn green again and flourish. What? How? What? What? That makes no sense. He smiles knowingly, shaking his head. You're new here. I can see that now. You don't understand how things work in Sigil, friend. Belief is everything here. Everything. Well, you could be right. I am right. I'm certain of it. A sense of conviction surrounds him like an aura. He seems so unlike the man you first spoke to. That's all I'd ask of you, friend. Just care for them. Hope for their recovery. In time, should enough people want it, it will come to pass. Can you do that for me, friend? Yeah, sure. I'll help. Excellent, my friend. Excellent. I thank you. You've given me back my confidence, my purpose. Perhaps I can find others like you who'll listen. Perhaps we'll make a difference. What about your companions, friend? Would you speak to them on my behalf? Morte? What do you think? Yeah, Schiff, sure, whatever you say. I'm serious, Morte. Can you make an effort? Morte looks at you for a while, silently, then nods. Yeah, I can. If that's important to you, I'll do it. Thanks, Morte. Yeah. I had some questions, Mourns. Mourns. I can just abbreviating his name already. So, any change in the trees yet? No, not yet, friend. I still have hope, though. I speak to people every day. Yeah, sure. So why are all the trees dying? Just look at the surroundings, friend. Can you imagine anything having an easy life here? And besides the wretched conditions, the Dabbas rarely come to this part of Sigil. Really? Why's that? The Hive's a dangerous place, but that's not it. The Dabbas have the lady watching over them, and no one's foolish enough to tangle with her, friend. I suppose it's really all on account of Fel. I'm not gonna ask about the lady. Who's Fel? Fel? His, well, friend. I'll just say he's the only Dabbas that doesn't serve the lady. I don't know the whole dark of it, as they say, but he's shunned by his fellows and lives here alone in the Hive. He runs a tattoo parlor, but most of the Sigil is wary of the place. Okay, can I commend the fact that this dark is not actually a direct translation to any word? We've heard of this dark before, and he's making a direct reference to the fact that this is jargon of this place. Dark means secret. Oh, actually, yeah, it doesn't mean directly secret. It means the tale. It means tale, but in the sense of a secret tale. So I like that it's not a direct translation, because that's not how translations work. Well, it is sometimes, but you rarely have like a direct translation to a word. It might work in some cases, but in others it doesn't. So there's always a lot more nuance, and the fact that jargon works exactly like that as well. It's just brilliant, and I love it, because it's very easy to just substitute a word, really, for jargon. It's just, oh, these guys don't say table, they say Tornor, whatever, or they don't say lantern, they say lanthorn, or something like Lovecraft used to do. Then it's just a staple, actually, of his writing. Let's see. Tell me about this tattoo parlor. Fel's parlor is only a few. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't read everything, did I? I was just so focused on that. He runs a tattoo parlor, but most of Sigil is wary of the place. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, Fel's parlor is only a few buildings east of here. It is marked with his personal symbol, a white oval pierced by a lightning bolt. I've never been there myself, friend, but as I understand it, he's able to turn images from his speech. You know, Dabbas speaking images, yes? Rebuses? Yeah, go on. He nods. So, he's somehow able to turn images from his speech into tattoos, and not just ordinary inkings either. I'm told there's magic about them, and more than just in their making. I don't know much else about it, though. Okay, that's pretty cool. So, what about the places there to be wary of? Well, friend, since he turned from the lady, many people think it's just a matter of time before her shadows fall on him. No one wants to be about when and if that happens, I'm sure. Yeah, I suppose. You don't have any idea how he came to be shunned? Well, like I said, friend, I'm not too sure. I've only heard vague rumors about him being on the wrong side of the issue when some power decided to butt heads with the lady. You could always try and ask him, friend. I'm told he's friendly enough, if not a little odd. Some power? A deity, friend? A god? Normally the lady has no problems with the likes of them, and as she keeps their lot out of Sigil entirely. His name was Oscar, but I don't know much else about the affair. His name was? The man nods gravely. As I understand it, the lady destroyed him. I wouldn't forget that if you were ever considering messing about with her or her servants. Yeah. I kind of want to ask that, though. I've asked everything else. Tell me about the lady. The Lady of Pain, friend, the mistress of Sigil? He stops speaking suddenly, making a semi-circular sign over his chest. He leans close to whisper. It does no one good to speak of the lady. Know only that she alone controls the city, whether it appears that way at times or not, and speak of her no more. Okay, I understand. I had some more questions. So, I'm looking for a man named Farod. Sorry, friend. When I first came here, I spoke to many people, but I don't remember anyone by that name. Okay, well, you don't know my name, so maybe you didn't know him, or his, anyway. I've lost a journal. Do you know where one can be found? Well, I can't recall seeing anyone here, or one anywhere. Where do you last remember having it, friend? I'm not sure. That's the problem, kind of. But he's being helpful. He's okay. That was nice, because he was trying to be helpful. What can you tell me about this place? Oh, it's the worst Sigil has to offer, friend. Not much else to say about it. And he smiles sadly. What if I was looking for work? In the Hive? Unless you're a thief, I doubt you'll find any. You could always gather corpses and haul them to the mortuary gates if you're that desperate. I hear the dustmen pay a pittance for them. They're in an effort to keep the Hive's streets and alleyways from becoming even more foul. Actually, that would be an interesting mechanic to add to the game. Actually being able to carry the corpses back to the mortuary for a pittance for like 3 coppers. At least once I could try that, or that's because I make plenty of corpses of these thugs around here. Where could I go to enjoy myself. Well, friend, it takes a certain sort to find anything of amusement in a place like this. I look for entertainment in another ward if I were you, safer. If I were you, it's safer. What's dangerous? Here? Everything, friend, everything. Well, maybe not me. Okay. So, I guess that's that then. Farewell. Okay, pretty good. Helpful fella. Interesting story. Told us about the lady more than pretty much anybody else so far. We have nothing here. That's an interesting thing. So let's keep going. We got a couple of harlots. Starved dog barking thug. Oh, I think he's not a nice fella. Can I talk to him? This wide-eyed man is hunched over, barking and howling at the top of his lungs. Beneath his thick, matted hair, you can make out a series of strange tattoos. They run the range from screaming faces to bizarre geometric shapes, to what appear to be lines of verse. He is almost naked, but the dirt and filth covering him gives him the semblance of modesty. Oh boy. Anyway, we're gonna talk to him on the next episode because we're out of time for right now. So, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Planescape Torment. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!